What's up, everyone? It's your buddy Jayrassic, and I'm hoping that you are having the best day of your entire life today. And today is a great day because, well, I'm back. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am back, and it's great to be back. So I do apologize for not getting anything out lately because, well, life just gets in the way. Being a dad and, family, as well as we did have a death in the family, unfortunately. And then, of course, I was involved with the big collab project, which took a lot of my time, which is unfortunately dead in the water at this point. But, it has opened me up to be able to do more recordings, get back into Omaha Zoo for the reboot series, as well as some other reptile gardens, Ray Ray's Wild Safari. So we got a lot of different content coming to you. And of course, I'm going to start up the DLC prediction series as well again, because that was a lot of fun, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So we're going to definitely keep that in the future here. So moving along. Let's get into why it's a great time to come back, because it's DLC time. And, one thing I'm going to point out there is that the forums and Discord are on edge. I mean, they're at war. The forums are on fire again. The Discord is at war. People are just saying they love it, they hate it. There are people that are just taking it too personal again. And just remember, folks, it's just a game. That kind of brings me to my next mini rant here, is that I've been seeing a lot of videos out there about this new DLC. And it's funny because those people that are saying, I absolutely love it, it's so wonderful, oh my god, and you could tell they're faking it because they're in the Discord as well. And in some conversations I have with them, they're like, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I don't know why Frontier did this. So, my end of my rant here is basically be honest with your videos if you're going to post them, and just flat out say exactly, without fear. I mean, yeah, you may get some repercussions of people, telling, in your comments, but that doesn't matter. I don't care. You can tell me to F off in my comments. I don't care. Whatever. You can tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. These are my opinions, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So just be honest for the sake of the viewers, and also it helps Frontier if you give them honest feedback, because then they're going to be like, oh, wow, maybe the community doesn't really like this stuff, so we're not going to continue giving out this crap that we're putting out. So, not that this is all crap. I love this. I'll admit right up front, I love it, but I hate it. But anyways, enough about that rant. Let's get into the main subject of the video here, which is, of course, the 1.11 DLC. So charge up your flashlights and let's shine some light on the Twilight DLC. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the different sections of the trailer itself that we've all seen already, but I'm going to point out some things that some people have not been noticing, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure what I see is new, and we'll kind of go from there. So first scene here, we got the family walking in and everything. We got the hanging lamps, the lamp holder, we got some roots, we got the twisted Bristol pine, and then we of course have the foxglove flowers right along here, which I had to look up, and I think the foxglove flowers are going to be flexicolor, because we got white ones, we got yellow ones, we got purple ones. I think I saw some blue ones throughout here. So I mean, there's a lot of the same poses, just different colors. So I'm pretty sure that those foxglove flowers are going to be flexicolor. I wasn't able to see the ghost fungus at all, so if you see that at all, let me know. But I did look it up, and I'm like, oh, well, that looks kind of cool. And I will say the foxglove coral, or the foxglove fungus, not foxglove, the ghost fungus. Oh, lordy, I can't talk today. Foxglove, or the ghost fungus, kind of reminds me a lot of some that could be used for coral pieces in game as well. So that's kind of cool. We also see some leaf litter and whatnot. But yeah, moving along into the next scene, we get some other views of the beautiful twisted pine. I think it's called Bristol pine or whatever it is. But yeah, we see that. And some people are pointing out about this path. They're like, oh, it's a new flexi color path and everything. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it out. That is not a new path. It does not look like a new path. It looks like the normal null barrier path, or the null path, and that is something that we're gonna have to come to terms with, because if you look along the ledge there, you see all those little wooden stumps. That's basically the same one that's in game, so I don't think that's new. So just throwing that one out there. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is. But one thing I do want to point out right out the bat is, of course, the new Gothic fence. Everyone has already mentioned that. We got some pebbles over here. Some people have pointed those out, and I do believe those are indeed flexi color, possibly. I'm hoping it would be kind of like the new faux rock that they gave us a couple DLCs ago. I can't remember which one exactly. I think it might have been the wetland pack or the DLC or the Europe pack. Or anyways, moving along. One thing I do want to point out though, look at the base of all the, well, not all of them, but most of the trees. You get this nice vinage stuff going along the base of the trees. So that's really cool right there. We also have the broken, some dead tree stuff. So that's really awesome and going to be put to good work there. Oh, and of course we saw the raccoon kind of jump across. Almost forgot all about that. There's a good facial of the raccoon, which we'll see later on. So I'm not going to go too much over this scene right here, but this scene here, this caught my eye, and I don't think anyone mentioned this. And let's look at the cauldron. All right, see the steam and everything coming from the cauldron. You'll also notice it bubbles. So like right there, there's no bubble. It just kind of went down. Go back a frame or two. So there's a bubble, it rises and it lowers. So we have a new static animation with the cauldron, so which is pretty good because we haven't had any static animations and any props for a while. I think the last static animation we had was the Mecharoo, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong. But yeah, so that's very interesting there. You know, we got some also earlier in this frame here, we got a picture of the skunk, as some people have pointed out. And again, the leaf litter, we've got that. And here's that new path that we talked about in a couple of different podcasts, and everyone was talking about. I know Leaf mentioned it in the Twitter release about the stay hydrated and everything. So there's that. So yeah, nonetheless, that is indeed a new path that we will be getting with the DLC. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, nothing really too much. Some people are saying that this is a new fence. I think this is just maybe some new wooden pieces, but I don't think this is a new fence entirely, because if you look at it, this almost looks like the plaster pieces from the Africa pack. And then of course this is the mesh that we got a while back, and this is just maybe some new wood pieces maybe. I don't think this is an entirely new fence at all. If it is, then hey, cool, I'm all for it, but I don't really foresee that. Moving along into the next scene here, we will see first image of our wombat. And this is where my opinion comes into play with these gargoyle statues. Like, ugh, I'm sorry, these are wretched. I don't like them. I don't. And maybe it's just a realistic recreational aspect of myself, but it's like, what am I going to use this at all? So I mean, yeah, it's cool that we got themed pieces, but this really seems more theme parkish than it is an actual zoo simulation. I don't have any desire to even try to use the wombat gargoyle at all. I'm not happy, but so yeah, moving along though, we do see the bat prop. I know a couple people have mentioned that, so I'll just mention that again. There we got the shroom lights, everyone mentioned that, and then more of the leaf litter. And then of course in the bottom right hand corner you see our first image of a jack-o'-lantern, which I love. I love Halloween, I really do. So I'm okay with a jack-o'-lantern. Like, they could have done fine with the jack-o'-lanterns and the hanging bats and maybe some, I don't know, some little ghost props or whatnot, but like the gargoyles, see, guys, That's just no. Moving along here though, we got the view of the fence. Now this scene right here gives us some better viewpoints of foliage. Again, we have the foxglove plants, again multicolored it looks like, so they could very well be flexicolored. We have that different shroom light, a little larger there it looks like than what we've seen in the previous frames, and of course more of these little flexicolored pebbles, possibly flexicolored pebbles I should say, but I'm pretty sure that those are faux rock that are going to be new to the game, because they don't look like anything that we already have, and if we do, it's probably something I haven't used in a while. But anyways, moving along, you could definitely see different types of the twisted pine. So I think we're going to get about 3, maybe 4 different sizes of the twisted pine, and then maybe 3 to 4 different broken branches and roots and so forth. So that's going to be part of that scenery aspect that we're all excited for. And then this scene here gives us another better look at the different props that they have in games, such as the raccoon statue. We got the skunk statue. We got the spider web benches, which honestly, again, I'm never going to use. At least I don't foresee myself using it at all. Maybe for an insect house, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But the branches hanging down from these twisted pines, oh God, I just love them. They're just awesome. And I'm, again, going to direct your attention to the base of the trunks. Again, that new vinage. That has to be new. I don't think that's in game right now. And it's definitely something that I'm excited to really use, because being able to drape vinage over trees and stuff just like that would be really nice to be able to use that. So I'm excited for that. And then another gargoyle. Ugh. Okay, so this is one of the better out of the 3. I will give them that. Honestly, it looks more like a wolf than a fox, but hey, whatever. You know, I guess if you're going to go for major theming, then so be it. But yeah, that looks more like a wolf to me than an actual fox. Then, of course, we get the first image of our fox there. We got these nice jettison of roots coming out of the ground. So those might be new type of broken or dead tree type props that we'll be able to use. Again, the foxglove flowers in the background, we all seen already. And then, of course, we get the new creepy lights. Yes, there they are, the creepy eyes. Again, we get a little better view of this area here. Now, one thing that I didn't point out in the wombat, but I thought I saw a den in there. I could be wrong, but in this habitat here, I'm hoping that the fox will be able to use dens, because they use skunk dens in order to breed or raise their litters in. So that's why foxes smell like skunks a lot of time, is because they are laying in an old skunk den. So it's one way that they mask the scent of their babies, so then they can survive. So I'm hoping that the fox will be able to use it. But yeah, I didn't see anything in there that indicated that. Now, this by far is probably my favorite scene right here, and that's the calcite formations. And if you're not much into geology or gemology or even spelunking or anything like that deals with rocks, I'm a rock hound myself, so I see this stuff and I'm like, this is really well done. And what a lot of people don't, in case, kind of give you a background story of how stalactites and stalagmites are made. Basically, it's water dripping from a water source through the ground, whether it be rain or a lake or whatever the case may be, and they're depositing minerals through the water droplets to make these formations. And so it's also known as flow rock is another thing. Basically, it's just water dripping and depositing minerals, and it takes thousands and thousands, if not millions of years to make this stuff. So they really did grasp that aspect of rock being flowed. So you can definitely, kind of see how it looks kind of melted almost and so forth. And that's because this is what it looks like, and it's awesome. Now, looking at this, I'm very happy with it. Now, there's a lot of people that are saying that this is going to be FlexiColor. I'm going to be honest, I do not believe this is going to be FlexiColor. As cool as it may be, it still comes down to a lot of the natural rocks are not FlexiColor, and I'm assuming that they're wanting these to be natural by the looks of them. So therefore, I'm going to have to say no to the FlexiColor on this. As much as I would love to have it be FlexiColor, I just don't see it. But I do see that there's probably at least 3 to 5 different pieces of the cave rock or flow rock or calcite, whatever you want to call it. I want to say there's like this right here. This pillar is one piece right here with this little hump here. There's another one right here. You can see there's different sizes and so forth. Like this one has a little extra tooth to it, where this one doesn't. So it could very well be. By looking at this right here, I would have to say there's at least maybe 5 different rock pieces, if not 3 or 4. But 5 would probably be a good roundabout number. I'd like to see 10. But like our normal rock features, but I doubt that's going to be the case. We're probably looking at 5 different pieces here. We're going to get some better look at the calcite formations here. As you can see, again, there's a lot of repetitiveness at the top. So we got this one right here that has that extra little dog tooth. There's this one here right next to it that again has an extra dog tooth. So there's 2 different types of pieces, if not this one whole piece. I actually think this one and this part is actually one piece, and then this is one piece. So we got 1, 2. This might be 3, 4. The pillar itself is probably 5. The smaller one 6, and then the clusters are 7. So we might actually have almost 10 pieces. So that would be kind of really cool. So I'm hoping that we do get 10 different types of calcite rock formations. So that would be really awesome. And then moving on, we have our foliage. Look at the foliage of the twisted pines and the roots and stuff like that. So that's really cool there. And then of course, if we look right above the raccoon, you can see right up the top right hand corner, you see that new vinage work again, or foliage that we were talking about with the white trimmings. And then of course we have the broad-leaf stuff, which I think has been confirmed that that's new. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that will be. And then a better look at that twisted root system, that there are root pieces that made that nice twisted tree in the background. So that's really cool there. So yeah, that's the trailer. And then of course, say goodbye to the raccoon, and the really cute raccoon. So all right, so moving on, things that I want to kind of point out a little bit here is first off, we're going to take a look at the main picture of that main plaza area, and a lot of different things here. A lot of people have pointed it out already. I mean, we got the spider web benches, the overhang over the shops and everything. That's going to be new. This is that new Gothic construction pieces and so forth. So I mean, those are going to be great for like doing like maybe a historical area of a European city or town or village or whatever. So if you guys are into like building old churches and Gothic style buildings, I mean, this is going to be good building pieces for you. So I already see a lot of different things that will be really useful when building, and then I see things that probably never use, like for example the gargoyles. I don't like the gargoyles. Sorry, Frontier, I love you guys, I really do, but those gargoyles, in my opinion, are an epic fail. I mean, I could be wrong, but as far as I can see, it's just not necessary. It just seems too cartoony and so forth. Like I said, we just need regular sizes. But next picture here is of the raccoon. Our first image of a full image of the raccoon. And one thing I want to point out, as I mentioned here before about the new foliage, we'll kind of get zoomed in here with the new foliage here of the vines and everything. So as you can see, they're draped all over this archway here, and this is the same stuff that was all over in the trees, along the trunk of the trees and everything like that. So I don't think I've seen this in game before, and if I did, how I missed it, I don't know. But this does look new to me, and I think that is one thing that we're going to definitely enjoy using. I'm going to see it probably be using it quite a bit and so forth. And then the last thing I want to talk about before kind of give my overall opinion of the DLC is, of course, the bats. Now, this is game changing, and in fact, you know, we got the raccoon, the common wombat, which was high on the meta list, which is fine. Red fox is the top 30 on the meta list, and then of course the striped skunk. But all in all, I am more excited about the fruit bat than anything, and the reason being is because this is the first flying animal that we have in game. So that right there in itself makes it worth it all. So I'm really excited for that, and it's going to open up the doorway for birds. Now, I love the fact that I have flying animals. I hate the fact that it's so big. And I mean, we're talking 20 meters by long, 12 meters wide, 8 meters high. This is going to be a monstrosity of an exhibit. I'm hoping that either with this DLC or update, alongside with or in the near future, we get null barriers for the exhibit. It's something I've been asking for a long time, but now that we have this monstrosity of an exhibit, it's absolutely needed. So, Frontier, if you're listening, I know you're probably not liking my feedback, but you need to get us some null barriers for those exhibits. And if you are listening, definitely make sure you resize some of the other exhibits because they are way too big for some of those small little animals. Like the salamander does not need a 4x4 enclosure. If you really think about, or 4 meter by 4 meter, that's the size of a child's bedroom. Just throwing it out there. So, but yeah, that's basically what I think about the exhibit aspect. Now, what does this mean future-wise for Planetzoo with this new mechanic, with this new exhibit? Honestly, as many people are out there predicting, the next DLC may very well be birds. And that's maybe one reason why we got thrown for a loop here, because we are normally having scenery pack, animal pack, scenery pack, animal pack, scenery pack, animal pack. So now that we had 2 scenery packs in a row, we're about due for an animal pack on the next DLC for the 1.12. And by then, that is either going to be one or two things. Either it's going to be the very last pack of the entire DLC for the Planetzoo franchise, which would basically be either 8 birds or the Toolmaker kit, which I'm hoping we get as a final farewell. I'm really hoping that we get more DLCs in the future. I love the stuff that Frontier does put out, with the exception of the gargoyles. I will say that is. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna recant that. I hate the gargoyles. They are atrocious. But again, someone put in some hard work in there. They did good work of what they were going for. But I think it's just one thing that was not needed and should have been scrapped from the project for this particular DLC. But anyways, enough about that. But I do believe that this exhibit will probably bring in birds down the future, and it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Whether they allow it to be an aviary type style, like you get to change the exterior of the actual exhibit. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do walkthroughs just like this with those birds. So it'll be interesting to see now that they have released the idea of what how the flying is going to be working in game. As much as we wish it was a modular type thing, it's just not going to be the case. So unfortunately, we are stuck with this monstrosity of an exhibit unless Frontier fixes a few things with it. So, but yeah, so there you have it. That's my thoughts and things to point out with the DLC. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and of course, like it if you did, and make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. So it helps me know that you're liking what I'm putting out there, and encourages me to do more. So, without further ado, thanks again so much for watching. watching. And if you have any comments, ideas, or suggestions, make sure you put them down below. Let me know what you think about the bats. Do you like them? Are you batty for the bats for Planetzoo? Do you absolutely love this DLC, or do you absolutely hate it? Is it cringy to you? Do you just not like the cartoony aspect of it? Let me know your true feelings about it. I'm not going to be hurt about it. And if you're upset at something that I said, then so be it. I don't care. You know, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. I'll be happy to debate it with you. Also, don't forget to join my Discord. I'll put that in that's down there below as well. And until next time, build, play, and enjoy. This is Jayrassic signing out. Goodbye, everyone. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and leave a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. That way you keep up to date with all the content that I release on a weekly basis. You can also follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Discord, as well as Facebook. Till next time, build, play, and enjoy.